are the challenges that they face. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the challenges that we also faced in Taguig. I was a councilor in Taguig, 21 years old in 1992, when I was still in UP. No? And we were dreamers then. We were the joke of Metro Manila. I mean, even Muntinlupa, at that time when you say Muntinlupa, they ask you sa loob or sa labas. No? Because of the Muntinlupa National Penitentiary. If you say Mandaluyong during that time, they'll ask you the same thing, sa loob or sa labas, because the mental health facility is also there. No? But when you say Taguig, they'll say, where's that? Where's Taguig? Or what's Taguig? No? But sometime during the 90s, Fort Bonifacio started to develop. But 1997 crisis hit us, 2007 crisis hit us. In 2010, when my wife became mayor, we did an assessment. And you know what she said? She said, darling, it's so painful that almost everyone working in the fort is not from Taguig. So maybe 15-20%. And that 15-20%, wala pang 1% who have high-paying jobs. Everyone else is low-paying jobs. The security guards, the dishwashers, the waitresses, waiters, etc. But even the waiters, maraming hindi taga-Taguig, because it's not also that easy to become a waiter. You also need training, you need discipline, you have to know how to present yourself and everything. No? So we realized that it's not as easy as you build it and they will come. Because the fort as an institution or as a financial center was rising up. No? And then so she had some briefings, some people, so she said, okay, what are the problems? And we talked to BPOs. And sabi ng BPO, we really admire your former mayor. Said, why? Because all over the country, BPOs, especially call centers, said that they are graft-proof and they are harass-proof. Because what can you harass from them? They don't have real property, they just rent offices. Diba? They don't sell anything, so you can't ask for anything or put a tax and everything. But your mayor had an ingenious idea. He said, what? He's taxing us 800 pesos per person if you're not from Taguig. No? And the problem is, 4 times a year, the inspector comes while we're doing our work, looking at our IDs and saying, there's 100 of you not from Taguig, just paid me for 20, 25. The mayor probably didn't know that, diba? But that's the nature of red tape or the nature of too much regulations. So she said, but Mayor, we know you need the revenues, so don't take it out. But can we request that everything you get from call centers, you channel it to education? Because out of 100 applicants, maybe 15 na ang pinakamarami. You get 15, maybe 85 will be rejected. No? So the mayor said, no, can we continue the consultations because we want to grow Fort Bonifacio. So they came up with a simple formula. One, get rid of all red tape. So they had a 1 day for permits, and then if you show your BIR SEC, and then your own, she'll guarantee you that there will be no audits. No one will go to you throughout the year. Number 2, she took out that tax and said, we need to be hot. We want more buildings and more BPOs to move into Taguig. Number 3, they said that the PESA, it's becoming a problem. She said, okay, I'll even help you get your PESA accreditation. You don't have to talk to the council, you don't have to talk to these people, etc. You talk to one person, we'll give it to you. What else? They said business tax and real property tax. So in Taguig now, the highest real property tax is 20,000 pesos. No? But the selling price, the last sale by bench, by the bench building was about 420 or 450,000 per square. So we're only charging 20 out of 420. In Makati, they're charging 40,000 in Pasay Road, for example, but their selling price is 250,000. Then their tax rate is 2%, ours is 1.5%. And it hasn't changed in the last 4 years. Why? Because the mayor and the council and the people who are supporting it realized that life is not about taxes. No? Life is precisely about life. It's about activity, about getting people in, people talking about it, whether it's Cebu, whether it's Davao, whether it's Iloilo, whether it's Metro Manila Port. People saying this is a wonderful place to be. Wala na bang space dito? Can we build more? Can we have more people? No? And from there, But when people are in there, people get hungry. So restaurants sprout out everywhere. They start eating there. And after eating, they want to live closer, so condominium sell. And when you live closer, you want a 7-Eleven. It might be a little bit more expensive, but it's convenient. Diba? So things like this. My sister has a restaurant in the Fort, and we were all teasing her that there's no 24-hour restaurant there. She tried till 3 o'clock, but not many. Until 1 o'clock, it's good, no? But then there's this recovery foods. I don't know if some of you... And it was initially fueled by call center people who go there after to eat, and it's really good. So now there are 3 restaurants, 2 restaurants beside it, and Starbucks is until 3 o'clock, and the 3 restaurants are 24 hours. No? So it takes a life on its own. These are things that government cannot plan. All you can do is step aside, ask business, what can we do to help you? If they say nothing, then just do nothing. If they say lower taxes, then lower taxes. It's not something that we can really interfere with. Of course, it's difficult for us. Why? We didn't raise taxes, but the BIR keeps raising zonal values. So they keep paying more in capital gains, for example. So I'd like to see the national and local government tag team and helping each other. But my point in all of this is that BPOs help form and change Fort Bonifacio. I can only speak for where we live in and where I have personal experiences. I mean, I'm sure if the mayor took a different direction, whether it is 01, 04, 07, or even 010, we could have ended up completely differently. In 2001, they wanted to put a casino in the Fort Bonifacio. And I objected to it and I fought against it. I even got an offer. They said, Senator, we'll give you this monthly. And you can even have a placard and ticket and be with the anti-casino. But just say yes. I mean, I was a congressman at the time, so just say yes, congressman, and we'll put up a casino there. But Fort Bonifacio will not be what it is today if we allowed a casino in 2001. No? So there are many people who contributed to Fort Bonifacio. It's Godspeed to us, the people of Taguig. And the call center and the young people were part of the catalyst of change there. In every era, in every generation, there are people who are catalysts of change. It's usually the younger people. In the last 2-3 decades, it's been our OFWs. But in the last decade, there's been 2 groups already. The families of the OFWs and the call center people. So that is how ganun kabigat po ang role nyo sa society. It's not only that you provide great jobs, and not abroad but here in the country, but you open people's eyes. When you give a good salary, people are empowered. They're empowered to take care of their family. They're empowered to tell their politicians, this is not the city we want. This is not the kind of country they want. You empower them to write in the Facebook, I pay my taxes. I don't want pork barrels stolen. I'm actually quite excited today because after this and after our lunch, I'm going to Cebu City Jail because I have a project with my friend Leo Ringen. Leo Ringen runs informatics. He's not the creator of Ringen Tones. But that's what I thought when I met him. He had a great idea of, in Canada and the US, they have call centers in jails. And although we're not thinking that that's going to be the direction soon, but we talk to the people in the BJMP and we're going to talk to people in DOJ. There are inmates who will be out in 3 to 5 years. And if they don't have skills, what will they do? They'll either steal or run for congressman. I read a joke, wag lang magagalit yung mga congressman friends ko, but I told it to my brother, he laughed. It was from an American who said that thieves are more honorable than congressmen because when thieves steal from you, they don't expect a thank you. But I'm quite excited because our first batch of graduates will be there this afternoon. And I called the person handling my staff and I told him, please be prepared if someone says that part of my pork went to thieves or part of my pork barrel napunta sa magnanakaw. it's partially true because I put part of my pork in the Taguig City Jail, in the Metro Manila Integrated Jail, and the Cebu